News. MemphisFarmers.com.
Check it out right here.
Ladies and gentlemen. And now,
The only man to give death a near Johnny experience. Johnny Harden.
What is up? Welcome into a little Johnny Radio's happy hour. And guess who's happy? Me and you and everybody and their grandmother. And I do have to say, man, it's good to be alive. And I'm being dead serious. All of y'all know out there, it's been a rough day for North Mississippi, for the Mid-South in itself. Y'all know about what, the shooting, I'm sure, this morning. But all I want to say is, I loved Sports 56. I love getting up in the morning and listening to Peter Edmiston and CJ Hurt and just laugh and listen to their talk about rock and roll and killing me with their soft rock Tuesdays. And then I love my favorite married couple here in studio, Eli and Greg. They are just, they are a beaut. Now, I love Rosemary, and Eli's real wife is just gorgeous. And I like Greg's wife too. She's a really sweet lady. I still haven't figured out how he got her. But, Eli's a pimp, but man, Greg, good job. You definitely both of y'all out-kicked your covers, actually, so good job, both of y'all. But I have so much fun listening to them. At the end of their show, I'm laughing. On these shows, we are going to laugh because, again, I don't know how people watch real news. I cried today. I couldn't help it. I left my house today after hearing all that stuff, and I was so upset. I saw a dude. I'm driving down the road, and y'all are going to laugh so hard at me right now. And this is going to show you I'm either getting old or today kind of affected me and I should have maybe dealt with it. But so I'm driving, I leave the university and I'm driving through that little neighborhood, right off of Poplar. And there's two squirrels and there's three little baby squirrels behind them. And the mama squirrel runs out and a car just plows it. And all the little squirrels start freaking out. And I saw it. And next thing you know, I'm boo-hooing for little squirrels. And I'm oh my goodness, what is going on with me? But yeah, I did.
Witnessed this.
I saw it.
Saw the mother squirrel die.
Yeah, it was awful. It was horrible.
Oh, that's horrible.
It was really, that's what I said. I've
rough
never
morning.
seen anything like that.
Rough morning
it was
then,
rough,
huh?
dude. I was I can't watch the news. News is going to make me cry. And then I get in my car to head to work. I see some squirrels, a squirrel get smashed and all the babies freak out. I'm oh gosh, I got to get to work. Thank goodness for Sports 56. But we have a lot to talk about today. Y'all know my good friend from the Tri-State Defender. He's going to join us here at the bottom of this hour. Y'all know Lee Smith. It is a Tuesday, and we got a lot to cover. Plus, Hardwood, it always feels so good, and we give it to you always strong, all day long. And at 2:30, we are rocking and firing. I got a lot of stuff for my man, Gabe Kuhn. And then we're going to get a pick. I don't think you realize, man, last night had the Rockies and that under in the L.A. Rockies 13. How easy was that? Only thing that scared me was that fifth inning. Rockies scored 5 runs by themselves. I'm dude, slow down, dude. Slow down. Slow that hitting machine down. But we got a lot. Hey,
before we start here.
Go ahead. MLB draft, by
I
the way.
love Le'Veon, man. I love Le'Veon Bell. I love me
It's
some
so weird
Le'Veon
that you
Bell.
said you love you some Le'Veon
I
because
love
I
him.
want to talk about Zeke Elliott.
You want to know why I like Le'Veon, right?
I wanted you to tell me is because he's in a college.
Because he apologized to me and the rest of us who drafted him first round last year.
No, I saw that.
He said, "I'm sorry for my 2018 fantasy owners. I really am." And
wow.
you know what? You know what, Le'Veon?
Hold on, you accepted his apology?
I accept your apology completely.
Oh my goodness!
I'm
Gabe
going out
Kuhn,
there and
look
putting
at
it out
you,
there.
big grown man.
I accept your apology.
For fantasy sports, you accept Le'Veon Bell's apology. By the way, very shocked that he won. Acknowledges it. It always surprises me when professional athletes mention fantasy sports, but I'm starting to realize that they're just like everybody else. They probably play the dang thing, let's get real. It's fun, man. You know what it is. You can't help it. It is addicting in every good kind of way. You know what I mean? Not like
they did a skit on Key and Peele about this, man. Well, I'm gonna have to show you that at the break.
Dude,
it's or no, it wasn't Key and Peele. It was somebody else, but it was two teams playing each other. And they're like, well, I have the wide receiver on the other team, so I'm going to need him to come back and score a touchdown on us.
16 to 37, all you can think about is women. 37 to 60, all you can think about is fantasy football. It's crazy. Or 37 to 97 till you're dead. And then baseball, of course, because I love baseball. And by the way, baseball, I hope y'all know, trade deadline is quickly approaching. Some big names will be on the move. Who are the next big names to move? Well, we're just going to have to find out. We're going to talk about all that good stuff in a minute. But the biggest, I think, story of the day so far right now, would it be Tyreek Hill getting injured? People flipped out. People acted like, oh, my God, he's being carted off. The year is over, Kansas City. I saw my man D'Angelo today. He was repping Memphis, repping hard on the ESPN. He was on all their shows. Did you see any D'Angelo today?
I didn't. How do you do?
Oh, he did very good. He always
Really?
does really good.
Okay.
D'Angelo's great.
He wasn't on with Stephen A. or anything, was he?
Yeah, he was on with Stephen A.
and Max Keller.
No, Max wasn't in there. It was my man. Didn't he play at Harvard? I think. Oh man, Dominique Foxworthy.
Okay, that sounds about right.
I think so. I think it's Dominique Foxworthy who's in the studio with him today. Again, there's a lot going on, and I'm just lucky to have a television in my office and get to watch those types of things. But I had to put it on when I saw D'Angelo's Twitter this morning, and he was like, yo, check me out on TV. Pulled it up, and he was going off on Dak Prescott. He was talking about how important Zeke Elliott was. He was saying that.
Was he not going off on Zeke, though?
No.
That's interesting. Very
Okay,
interesting.
but hold on. He made so many good points, and this is going to be interesting because I'm going to probably not sound like John Harden very much here. I don't know if I've changed. I'm not saying I've changed. I don't think I've changed. But I am going to thank you to D'Angelo, point out some things that he pointed out to me that I had no idea. And he made so much sense. And again, this is a football guy talking about football, so it only makes sense that he actually, knows what he's talking about. But he talked about how, I always say you win football games in the trenches. He's not going to argue that in any way. But you still have to make playmakers. And we constantly think quarterback, and a lot of times because of today and the speed of the game and as much as, passing is involved. I mean, Brady's a dink and dunker, but it's still about running. They run the damn football, and they play defense at the end of the year. Can they outscore you still? Yeah. But if you play good defense and you can run the ball and you have big uglies on both sides of it, you can win a lot of football games, and that's exactly how you win in December and in January and like first week of February when that Super Bowl is. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. You might go for some ugly weather to a beautiful place for the Super Bowl, but it's still defense and running the football has always been a wonderful recipe. We all know that. We have gotten, all about the past. We've been talking about Antonio Brown for like 2 straight years. We've been talking about Le'Veon Bell's not just a running back. He's a receiver. He's changed the position, blah, blah, blah. Again, and I'm like, well, I guess Marshall Faulk never played. And all these people, I guess I didn't watch them. LaDainian Tomlinson, no, that wasn't real. LT, But anyway, what I was trying to say, though, is I've always been one of those guys that says, don't pay your running back. Don't give all your money to your running back. You need to give it to your left tackle, your right tackle. You need to give it to some defensive linemen, a linebacker, a couple lockdown corners, and you make sure you have a veteran at the quarterback position who knows how to win the damn game. You know what I mean? When all the chips are down, you need to have that quarterback. But then I found out something, and I'm not saying this works with every team, but it does work, I think, with Dallas, and this is because of D'Angelo. D'Angelo pointed something out to me, that if Jerry Jones really wants to win a Super Bowl with this team, with Amari Cooper, with Zeke Elliott, and with Dak Prescott, well, then you have to have Zeke, or the others don't work. And I'll explain this to you why. And at first it sounded stupid, doesn't it? Wait, Dak Prescott's the quarterback. He's the one that makes it work, not Zeke.
I mean, I would argue that the quarterback position is why you need their quarterback position. Who they have in that spot right now is why they need Zeke. Well, Dak is not. He's not a Super Bowl winning quarterback.
Wait till you hear these numbers that D'Angelo dropped on me. And Gabe, tell me if you now don't agree with me. And now I agree, Jerry. And so Jerry Jones came out. I want you to realize something. Zeke left today basically because I think of Jerry Jones' comments. He basically came out and talked about how
went to Cabo.
Yeah, went to Cabo to chill. I'm going to go on vacation and work out.
I hope he's working. I really do hope he's working.
But no, he's down in Cabo, but he's ticked off and he has every right to be. I understand it's 2 years out. Maybe I was against Zeke Elliott getting money. He pushed that guy. He's an idiot. But until I listened to D'Angelo, and let me tell you why. So listen to this because these are going to blow your mind. They blew my mind. Do you know what the Cowboys' record is with Zeke Elliott? It's 28-12. Without him, they're 500. They're 4-4. That's it. When they have him, they score 24 points per game. When they don't have him, 19. When he plays, they rush for 142 yards per game. Without him, 106. Big difference. But this was the key to me. Dak Prescott, touchdowns to interceptions when his running back Zeke Elliott is in the game. Listen to this. 58 touchdowns, 18 interceptions. Without Zeke, 9 touchdowns, 7 interceptions.
And this is part of the reason I have been so outspoken on the fact that running backs don't get the love they deserve. And
I'm starting to realize that you know what? Every dead gum thing is not made the same, and you need to have a general manager who has the vision to realize what is most important on this team or what is going to make this engine go. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but if the Cowboys want to win with Amari and Dak and Zeke, and they want to win in this next 2-year window, the key piece is keeping Zeke happy. It's really not the quarterback.
But even then, is you think a Super Bowl is a realistic option?
I don't realistically.
That's my point.
I'm saying without Zeke, I think there's no chance. And you know what? Because I do think they have one blanking good defense. I think that defense. I mean, come on, man. They had some linebackers who were some grown men last year. You know what I'm saying? That I didn't even know.
Young dudes.
Fredericks.
Young dudes.
They had some. This defense is going to be stout. That offensive line's going to be better. Zeke's going to run like a madman, and now Dak and Amari are, another year together. I think they're going to be even better. So will it be their best opportunity? Heck yeah, it will be. And if you look at have you looked at their division? Like, let's just be honest. Can we play a quick little game? The Manning team in New York has one player, and it's Saquon Barkley. It isn't Manning. The Redskins are the Redskins, Daniel Snyder. Sorry, I love you, Dwayne Haskins, but you're still the Redskins. And the Philadelphia Eagles, well, you just gave away your Super Bowl winning quarterback, Nick Foles. He's gone. Ha ha ha. No, they're the only one that I think realistically can challenge Dallas for the NFC East is Philadelphia. And it's kind of like Dallas is due. They're right up there with them. I think it'll be a heck of a fight to see who wins the NFC East. So what I was trying to say, you win the NFC East, you win the playoffs, you got this, you got at least a fighting chance. But I can't believe I'm saying this. You can't win with your security guard, immature, likes to show his six-pack off. I can't believe he wears the cutoff shirt that girls wear. Come on, dude. Like your sister, don't go in your sister's closet and wear her shirts, bro.
But realistically, I think it all comes down to Dak, though, in general.
Really?
Because he needs a strong running game to do what he can.
Well, that's why I was saying they got to have Zeke because
exactly. I agree.
We talked about this yesterday. Who's the best blocking running back in the NFL? Who makes Dak so damn comfortable because he picks up the block better? And it was like a record. He
can block pretty well.
98.7% success rate or something. That's pretty damn good.
He can block. But Dak is more the issue to me. I'm not saying Dak's a bad quarterback, but I'm saying he needs a solid, strong O-line and running game for his offense to move, for him to be able to throw the ball. He needs that defense to collapse and pack the box for him to throw around.
Well, that's what I'm trying to ask you is does Dak not have to realize, hey, you know what? I need to go talk to Jerry and say, hey, Jerry, make Zeke happy because I want to win a Super Bowl. And
Dak's working for his own contract.
Best chance, though. He's still going to get some money, man. I'm just saying, you don't have to get the $30 million like your buddy Wentz did. Go ahead and take you a 20. Make sure Zeke gets his cheddar so at least, hey, Tom Brady, why is it always good? Why do you think Tom Brady's got so many damn rings? How many years did Tom Brady make more than $20 million? You want me to pull it up? Go to spotrack.com, Mr. Gabe Kuhn, or I'll do it. But I was doing a radio show just to show you.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah, pull up Spot Rack real quick, and it'll blow you away. You'll be like, dude, he takes pay cuts and gets paid on the back end and all this stuff. What? It's very, very, I call it sneaky accounting. And that's one reason the Patriots were always successful. Bill Belichick knows when to, like, once a player goes way up in value, he cuts loose. He says, I ain't paying for you.
He went last year. His base salary was $4 million. This year, his base salary is $14 million.
That's what I'm saying, dude. He's very, very, like, he's
they structure these
10.
things perfectly for him.
They sure do. And he's always able to put talent around him, and they always got a good offensive line and little dudes to dink and dunk it to. And you'll see them. They always got defense. You know how it works. But
you
anyway,
say talent. I'd say more like role players than anything. Is that like?
I'll tell you one thing, that team sure fits, doesn't it?
I don't know if like a Julian Edelman on another team would be what he is with the Patriots.
Again,
that's my point. You
say
talent,
people. When are they the Super Bowl champions more than anybody else? I would say that means that they're talented.
Yeah, they have good coaching and they're well put together.
And they play like very, very well as a team, don't they?
A little bit of breaking news here.
Ooh.
C.J. McCollum has agreed to a 3-year, $100 million contract extension. So it's extending his current 5-year deal. So he's another $100 million man in the NBA.
Goodness gracious. We're
talking about the NFL. I bet they wish they were in the NBA right about now.
Shoot, I bet they wish they were women's soccer and got that percentage, man. Heck, the NFL gets such a small percentage compared to what the NFL brings in. It really is very sad. And Gabe, you sent me something. I think it was about 2 weeks ago. We were talking about this. Was a while back, not the thing yesterday, but you sent me something a couple weeks ago, which was great because we were talking about it on air, and you're like, "Look what just came out." Straight up, man, and it says work stoppage ready, as easy as ABC. Adjust, budget, and cut. And underneath all these, it tells you adjust short-term focus and keep savings accessible. Review investments to make sure they match your risk tolerance. Tell friends and family that your help and support may be put on hold. Find healthcare options. Use your spouse or parents if under 26. Get creative with housing costs. If you have an extra space, rent through Airbnb to other players. Budget. Then, anyway, I could go on all this, and this has to do with what does this have to do with? What was I telling them that day? That the Players Association is really trying to get ready to attack the NFL and their owners, and they want to go get a bigger piece of this pie.
And here's the other thing, and why I'm so torn up about the Zeke Elliott situation is, yes, I think he's 2 years out of his contract, and I don't think a holdout is necessary right now necessarily. But at the same time, the CBA is horrible for running backs.
Correct.
You have a 5-year what's the average life for a running back? Maybe 3 years? So, and you have a 5-year rookie contract?
I told you
it's horrible.
It's
awful.
Somebody yesterday, when they said they were on their rookie deal still, I was almost flabbergasted because, the minute they walked in the league, they've been playing since day one, and I couldn't believe that they were still a rookie. You know what I'm saying? The 5-year, it is strong.
Like Zeke Elliott's his rookie year base salary when he ran for 1,600 yards was $450,000. That's all I'm saying is I think this CBA...
And C.J. McCollum, a shooting guard, by the way, Portland just got a 3-year, $100 million extension, Holmes.
And the CBA the CBA kills the players, man. It kills the NFL
really does.
Players. And I think it's, honestly, I think it's hurt the product as well.
Why do you think the NFL... why do you think I'm very serious about the NFL and the Players Association? And why do you think this year they're actually trying to get smart? I believe in them.
But I love it because before DeMaurice Smith, there's a bunch of guys that are just pushovers. And nowadays, I do not see DeMaurice Smith as a pushover. I think it's very clear what he wants to do, especially after their meetings. They were supposed to have a 3-day meeting, and it ended after a day when the owners had to go discuss further with other owners. So I think it sounds like the Players Association's coming around the right way, But this thing has to get figured out, man, or like these contract values are just going to continue to decline.
Man, I am 100% with you. I agree with you, and I think that, you know, while we have people who are talking about fair play and necessarily saying USA with the women's soccer, when we have, you know, Bryce Harper getting $330 million, Mike Trout getting over $400 million, when you see C.J. McCollum getting $100 million, when you see the president drop these numbers, when you see all these numbers, I still have to remind you, 90% of everybody that's reading them doesn't make even close to these figures, and airing out your dirty laundry can drive away fans. And that's just one thing I think that these people need to slow it down a little bit on that aspect. But the NFL players, they better go attack these owners. They're the only right now league, in my opinion, that is so unfairly compensated. It's a joke. I mean, they risk their damn lives, people. They risk their lives, and they play in pain. Albert Hainsworth, I'm sure he would love to give back that money he made for a night for a kidney.
I'm surprised we didn't open up on the U.S. women's national team, John. I figured
why I didn't want to do that?
Why?
I had a very, very healthy, 2-hour discussion, and I am mentally worn out about it now. Have you ever done something that is just, you talked, and I talked with had to go get an economics professor to explain to some people, and then I finally was able to shut up. Maybe I should just let the economics professor come on tomorrow, and that way they can explain the situation, and they'll explain the money situation for the, all of the professional leagues, and then the Olympics, and then now the World Cup, the men and the women's national team, and blah, 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 blah. And again, economics. It's very, very simple. You can't get paid because you supposedly change the culture. You know? Hey, you change the culture. Let me make 2 + 2 = 10. And again, when you're getting the largest percentage, where was it? There was even the thing with the men standing with them was so sad because, they're standing with them because they're actually wanting more money too. I appreciated Rachel Bachman's tweet and what the men were saying. But if you just listen to the last line, our CBA expires at the end of 2018, and we are currently waiting on a response for the U.S. Soccer to our proposal that would pay the men a fair share of all the revenue they would generate too, and would provide equal pay to the U.S. men's national team and U.S. women's national players. So, of course they're standing with them. And again, to sit there and say, Cordero, how dare you say they lost $27 million over the last year? Okay, that was anyway. Did you see how much they made? It's hard for me to have a bleeding heart for people who get to play a game, and that's what they forget. They are so fortunate they get to represent their country. They play a game and become a millionaire. Sounds like a damn good gig to me. Which one didn't make it? Which one didn't get $1 million?
I just don't think that's the point of the whole thing.
What is the point? I don't understand. Where are you going to get the more money? They got they did prove that they got more money than the men. I told you why the men were supporting it.
We'll talk. We need to get to break. We'll talk about it when we come back, I guess.
No, again, I'm literally going to have to do it with my economics teachers so they can explain to you mathematics. Because again, where are you going to get the money from? Where are you going to get this money from? Where are you going to pull it out of your keister? Are you going to tax people, or are they taxpayers now? Are we going to pay them?
Equal money, man. Is it
they are making more? That's what do you mean equal money? And you're going to say, well, they won.
What this was about in the beginning was when they are playing for the U.S., when it's the U.S. women's national team and the U.S. men's national team.
And they got caught lying saying they wanted equal pay when he proved that they made more.
When it's the men playing a friendly and the women playing a friendly, the men make more in bonuses and in a game check than the women do.
Okay. Again.
When in 2017, 2018, and soon to be 2019, the women have produced more revenue for the U.S. That's all this whole thing is about. I don't think yes, he had some facts in there. I think they're misleading, personally. I don't think he addressed the actual class action suit. And, of course, man, this guy's getting sued. Of course he's going to come back and have his side of the story.
And, again, that's why I'm going to let an economics professor explain to you math and how economics and capitalism work. And this is not like, oh, I like you and I feel good, so I'm going to give you some more. If anybody made 30% of the revenue, do you think you make even a half a percentage point of Flynn Broadcasting's revenue? Or do we need to go out and pick it? I wish I got 38%. Give me 38%. Heck, give me 6%. I mean, what? I mean, do you understand? Like, do you know where the interest rates are right now? It's percentage points, people. It's economics. It's called math. It's not sexism or racism or being discriminate. Yes, I wanted to go to Congress, and then I'm gonna be like, they'll be like, excuse me, hold on. We got millions of people who can't feed their children, but we are literally listening to a bunch of millionaires cry about some BS. All right, thanks. Have a good day. Y'all go talk about it with y'all's collective bargaining agreement. That's why we have these courts. But anyway, they don't want to fight in court. They want to fight it in the world of public opinion, and they're going to lose that one. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back. Sports 56, 96.1 and 87.7 FM.
Sports 56 now has 2 FM homes. You can now find real sports talk on 96.1 as well as 87.7 on your FM dial.
Professional painters used to spend more time sanding some walls than painting them, but that was before Pro PPG Ultra Hide paint at the Home Depot. Ultra Hide covers existing wall imperfections fast for smooth finishes and easier touch-ups, now in a lot less time. So even if your walls aren't perfect, at least your paint job can be. Pro PPG Ultra Hide paint in 5-gallon buckets starting at only $70.98, exclusively at the Home Depot. More saving, more doing. US only. See store for details.
You have to be up in 5 hours. 2 hours. 6 minutes, and you haven't slept a wink. ZzzQuil Pure Z's is a drug-free blend of botanicals with an optimal dose of melatonin, so you can fall asleep naturally and wake with no next-day grogginess. So tonight, try new ZzzQuil Pure Z's from the sleep experts at Vicks ZzzQuil.
Book a Caribbean vacation for your mouth at Curry and Jerk. So you are Arturo, and you came together with Ricardo to create Curry and Jerk for what?
To bring people together, to share our culture and letting people smile by eating the food that we're used to. We wanted to bring the combination of the West Indies culture to share right here in America with others.
And you don't have to go all the way to the Caribbean to have a taste of the Caribbean. You can have it right here in downtown Memphis.
That is absolutely correct.
Chef Ricardo, tell me a little bit about Sunday brunch.
Yeah, our Sunday brunch is like something different that you will get. It's like a mixture of the Caribbean mixed with the basic type of brunch people used to here in Memphis, but we just turn it up a notch with our Caribbean spices and flavor, and it is such a big difference.
At Curry and Jerk, located in the heart of downtown Memphis at 126 Monroe. Lunch daily from 11 to 2, dinner Tuesday through Thursday 5 to 10, Friday and Saturday 4 to 11.
Got something you want to get off your chest?
You better have a backup plan.
Want to join the conversation?
Someone needs to tell him he has to grow up.
Join us on the First Bank phone lines at 360-8255 or the First Bank text line at 67129.
I Buy Houses, 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. I Buy Houses. I Buy Houses will buy a house in any area, in any condition, and yes, it's guaranteed to close in 5 days. If you need to sell your home quickly, call 901-406-1101. If you've been through a divorce, if you lost your job, if you're tired of renters, I Buy Houses can get you your money quickly. I Buy Houses will buy your home in Shelby County, DeSoto County, Memphis, Bartlett, South Haven, Horn Lake, Olive Branch, anywhere and everywhere in between in any condition. And yes, they're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I Buy Houses, 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. Grab that pen, 901-406-1101. I Buy Houses.
Now back to Johnny Radio's Happy Hour.
Kick it over here.
on Sports 56 and 87.7 FM. This hour is brought to you by MemphisFarmers.com. Insurance coverage backed by a local agent and a brand trusted nationwide. We are farmers. MemphisFarmers.com.
I'm your pusher man. I'm your pusher man.
What up, what up? Welcome into a little Johnny Radio's Happy Hour. I'm very happy, and we are going to say happy. I'm going to bring in, actually, I'm going to make my economics professor and an attorney come in here and explain this to you. Because, again, I go out and read the facts, and it's simple clarification. This is, a capitalistic society. They do the math. They tell you how much they brought in. We're talking about people, the lowest they made $529,000 in bonus money, I just found out, from the USA Today. And they get $100,000 a year.
These were all on the fact sheet that was sent out by U.S. Soccer Federation.
Yeah, I know. No. This is the guy who just said he's just done an extensive research into all the analysts, the prize money, the tournaments, how much, blah, blah, blah. Again, they're wanting, they say, money for, they want to get paid, they said, for changing the landscape for women's sports. And what I am trying to explain to you, where do you get that money from? Is there an imaginary place you can just go grab that money from? They can go get more sponsors. They got sponsors. Go get sponsors.
The class action suit, do you know what it's literally...
They're going to fight it in the CBA. That's what the lawyer just told me about it. This is why they're playing it out in a court of public opinion, so people like me and you argue and look stupid. That's why I didn't want to bring it up.
No, but I'm just saying it's literally women's national team versus men's national team, what they earn per game.
They're together because they both want more, and you're talking about 22 games out of 283 over a 10-year period. And you're talking the difference between 67,000 to 72 and 100,000 in those 22 games. We're talking about a difference between a total of in those 20 matches, it could be 600,000. But again, I'm not saying. It's simple mathematics. Again, the men generated, even in their friendlies, 181 million when the women generated 101. I'm not sitting here trying to discriminate anybody. I didn't even want to talk about this because, again, I don't understand why millionaires need to be talked about how they're fighting for more when they're already getting paid to play a game. Teachers need more money. Firefighters and police officers need more money. I need more damn money. You need more money.
Facts.
Somebody who just got $529,000 for repping their country, I'm not freaking out about. I'm not sweating it. I can promise you that. I really am not. But Nutbush Bill, the mayor, he has called in. What's up, Mayor?
What's up, man?
How are you doing, Mayor?
Man, the point is obviously, it's just tough to analyze when people you think are making enough money, because a guy out here digging ditches, and then you tell me how much a firefighter and a policeman makes. I know they have a tough job, but he's going to be like, wait a minute.
Yeah, a lot of people want more money.
Everybody wants more money,
yes.
But here's the problem with the women's soccer, and it's that they're not being honest and showing all the income sources, and that's
Correct.
Where the problem is.
Neither side is. And they're not fighting for women's. Again, they're not fighting for women's. They're fighting for just themselves. They aren't talking about how the other women's teams in the country don't make money. Again, what I'm trying to say is, why is it that people even want to pick and get into this? This is something that is so stupid, and these girls did a great job of somehow riling people up about it.
This is the Dante Jones rules, how I label it. Remember Dante Jones played for Mississippi State? Went into the draft early. He was never going to make the NBA, but he had an incredible Final Four, and it was like, take advantage of your popularity now. You'll never make this money ever again, never have this opportunity. He went and signed that contract with the Knicks. Never made it in the NBA at all, but he had that money because it was his time. The girls, this is their time. Their popularity is top shelf. Everybody loves them. Donald Trump's talking about them, whether he's arguing with them or not. This is the time. Now is when everyone knows, paying attention to them. Go get it now. Don't wait. If you wait, they'll be like, whatever. We don't even remember what happened last month. Now people are caring about what's going on with women's soccer. Same thing with Le'Veon Bell. These running backs, they're getting their brains beat in. Their life expectancy as an NFL running back is what, 5-6 years max?
All right.
The money.
I'd say even less than that, Bill.
This is IRS fact. Okay? The U.S. Federation paid out to the women $34.1 million in salary and game bonuses between 2010 and 2018. That's 8 years. Again, I don't understand why we are fighting over millionaires who are rich getting more when this is stupid. Like, literally so dumb. I'm sorry. I care about other issues. I mean,
you don't find it an interesting conversation, at least?
I really find it to be the most fake, outrageous thing I've seen in a long time. They're coming around trying to piggyback off of everything that's going on in the country. The country's already divisive, so let's make it more divisive. Let's piggyback also on the Me Too. Let's piggyback on this. Let's do everything we can.
This class action suit's been since 2015.
Okay. All right.
Like, they've had this in since 2015.
Now, you know what this is all about, Johnny? This is all about lawyers making money.
Man.
You know, there's so many things that used to be so simple back a long, long time ago, and now there's so many lawyers coming out of grad school every year. They've got to have jobs. They've got to make money. So sue, then countersue, then sue over this. It's over common sense stuff. And now all of a sudden, what's simply back in the day, you'd be like, man, I'm sorry I hit your car. Here's $500. Yeah, man, that's cool. That's cool. No, now we got to sue. Then they got to countersue. Then they got to sue the person who built the car. They got to sue all these people so everybody gets paid. It's all about lawyers. That's what this is all basically about. You're right, though. You're right. But, I mean, the point is somebody's lying, and so they get everybody to come out and spill the truth.
I just know that one lady on ESPN who was on the first women's U.S. Cups national team, she said one thing to me that's the best. She appreciates the girls fighting. She said she wished that she made half of what they made when they went and won, when Brandi Chastain pulled off her top or whatever and, danced around. That was the first one team that won, and now she's doing it. And she said that she's glad that they're going. She says, but you also get to a point where what you do is you turn off the average fan. And she said she's afraid that they're taking it too far, that you're going to start turning off. Instead of turning up and getting people that you want, you're now going to start turning off that average fan because it's like, damn, man.
I don't agree with that. I think that's, it's hard to, because, it's like MLB guy saying, Kurt Flood, why are you trying to fight for free agency? That's not right. All of us are making good money now. But, for them, half of these guys back in the day, Major League Baseball players probably would never expect to make $50,000, $100,000, $500,000 a year. And they thought that was great money back then.
Okay,
but look how much these guys, Mickey Mantle,
these guys
are
I want to ask you
screwed
something.
out of their money.
If you got $8 million more, how are you getting less?
Because that number right there, we can talk about it.
Oh no, are you gonna no? Because this doesn't have anything to do. Yeah, you're right. And I'm
that
gonna
number
this.
right there.
And the
But
lady,
if you
like
should
I
be
talked
getting
about,
12,000,
did you mention
12 million, and you're only
who
getting 8?
generated more revenue than men? Who's getting a larger percentage of the women? And we aren't even talking about the girls like Alex Morgan, who has a modeling contract and all this other stuff. So if y'all want to sit there and bring out all this stuff, then you're gonna have to bring out the whole entire reality of the situation. And again, I didn't even want to talk about this because it's called a BS PR stunt. You're fighting for 23 millionaires to make more. What is wrong with you when we have millions, and I'm talking about over 50 million people living in poverty? But I want to make sure that these $23 million who are supposed to represent the United States of America, they get more. That's just the life we live now. And I guess Mike wants to talk about it too. Wow. All right, what's up, Mike? Bring it.
Yeah, well, I just saw something on the TV when those games were going on. They said the men were getting paid $440 million. That was their pool, and the women's pool was $220 million. They just got a raise.
Oh, Mike, that has to. I'm assuming that has to do with FIFA.
Right?
That has
to do with the U.S. Soccer Federation.
Okay. Well,
that's who the pay comes from. So the women.
That just seemed like a very skewed number.
The women are winning. The men are losing. Why are you paying the men twice as much as the women that they're losing?
They're not paying the men twice as much. That's what they just put out and said. The women
They just put out that that's the pool they pay for. Hey, Johnny, you got other parts of the women's soccer program than just the players. You've got the administrators. You run other women's programs. There's other things that come out of that than just their salaries. Now, whatever they make, Bruce Koepka made more than Jack Nicklaus did in his whole career when he won that golf tournament this weekend. And golfers have always been more of the higher paid people off the court. I mean, Jack Nicklaus was making $30 million in 1963 off the court. They've always been the highest paid. But that doesn't have anything to do with what you're being paid on the court. I mean, if you, Johnny, are getting paid one thing, and then you're making money off of what you make on the side, that doesn't have anything to do with what you're getting paid at WHBQ.
Appreciate the call, Mike. Appreciate it.
Now I feel like shooting myself. Oh my Lord! I'm gonna go and
I started a revolution.
I'm literally gonna put my coins together to try to get home on some gas and some fumes, and we're fighting over millionaires. I started
a revolution over here.
And again, like I said, it's going to be played out in the courts. It's going to be collectively bargained. They want you to fight it in the media, because that way they don't have to be honest. Neither side is being honest. The only reason I didn't want to bring this up is because both sides are BS. They're going to get their fair day. It's called a CBA. We say this all the time in NFL. We say it all the time in the NBA. We say it all the time with every damn sport. It was collectively bargained. And now we don't want to say it with the women's national team for some reason, and I don't understand. It's not what's good for the goose is good for the gander when it comes to these 23. I want their fame. Will you take the Democratic people running for president, take them off the stage, and just put the girls' national team up there? Because they're so popular, they'll smoke him, I'm sure, Donald. They're the only people in the world that people are talking about
end of the day,
or care about.
End of the day, there's going to have to be more facts that come out. And I obviously this thing's going to get figured out. So sooner than later, it's what it seems like. They're going to have to do their meeting and get their CBA figured out. So,
by the way, very, very intelligent person says athletes are in the entertainment business just like me. You are, and just like you, Gabe, and anybody else. And in this business, your pay is based on your ability to generate revenue. From what I've looked at, they are getting such a large percentage of the revenue. I don't know of any other profession that gets, unless you're an owner, this large percentage of a revenue. And by the way, again, me neither. Go sell a house. Go try and get 6%. I'll be back in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. We'll talk with Dan, but whatever you do, check me out on WHBQ Sports 50, or hit me up on Facebook, Periscope, Twitch, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter, and you can message me at Sports 56 WHBQ, and of course, always the First Bank text line 67129. And never forget my man who makes it all possible, Chad Gatlin, Farmers Insurance. Farmers don't play no game, but the most important thing you remember is what? You want somebody local, so just go MemphisFarmers.com. MemphisFarmers.com. Chad Gatlin, he's got your back. I got your back. We'll be back in 2 shakes. Sports 56, 96.1, and 87.7 FM.
Start your day with the Peter Edmiston Experience with CJ Hertz, right here on Sports 56, 96.1, and 87.7.
This is what Flo from Progressive sounds like in one of our many hilarious commercials.
And basic motorcycle policies start at just $75 a year. I know, right? Do you think I say I know, right, too often? I do. I know, right? I have to stop, don't I? I know.
And this is what that same commercial sounds like on your motorcycle.
I know.
Yeah, even our commercials are better on a bike. Progressive keeps you on yours. Get a quote in as little as 3 minutes at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Annual premium for basic liability policy not available in all states.
You have to be up in 5 hours. 2 hours. 6 minutes, and you haven't slept a wink. ZzzQuil Pure Z's is a drug-free blend of botanicals with an optimal dose of melatonin, so you can fall asleep naturally and wake with no next-day grogginess. So tonight, try new ZzzQuil Pure Z's from the sleep experts at Vicks ZzzQuil.
You don't have to go all the way to the Caribbean to have a taste of the Caribbean. You can have it right here in downtown Memphis. Curry and Jerk coconut shrimp. Chef Ricardo, give the people a little bit of a description of what those coconut shrimp are like.
Well, one of the main ingredients, we got sweet shredded coconut in it, so you just gotta hop on down, come to 126 Monroe Avenue. We make it fresh every day.
Man, and then you have festival breads that are also made in-house.
You got a lot of different type of festival bread like recipe, but the one that we got at Curry and Jerk is different from anywhere else you would go.
Tell me why rice and peas are so good.
Well, our rice and peas got the original flavor and the original taste of like the real Jamaican rice and beans, so you're not getting any knockoff, you're getting the real stuff.
If you want authentic Caribbean cuisine, think only one place, Curry and Jerk, located in the heart of downtown Memphis at 126 Monroe.
DeSoto Auto Sales specializes in late model cars with low mileage. They have the highest standards in the car industry. All of their cars are test driven, checked out from head to toe, unlimited inventory, every make and model, and if it's not on the lot, they'll find it for you. Walk in the door of DeSoto Auto Sales, 5704 Goodman Road. Within 45 minutes, you can test your car, get credit approval, and finish paperwork within an hour. No shortcuts at DeSoto Auto Sales. Kind, courteous employees, a down-home environment. DeSoto Auto Sales cares about your time. Lowest prices in a 350-mile radius. We're living in a world today where time does matter. Visit them online. Check out their referrals. DeSotoAutosales.com. Very proud to serve DeSoto County and other surrounding areas. DeSoto Auto Sales, 5704 Goodman Road. Call 662-890-7184. 662-890-7184. Come on down to DeSoto Auto Sales.
Now, back to Johnny Radio's Happy Hour. On Sports 56 and 87.7 FM. This hour is brought to you by MemphisFarmers.com. Insurance coverage backed by a local agent and a brand trusted nationwide. We are farmers. MemphisFarmers.com.
Well, show me the way to the next whiskey bar. Oh, don't ask why. Oh, don't ask why. Show me the way to the next whiskey bar. Oh, don't ask why. Oh, don't ask why. For if we don't find the next whiskey bar, I tell you we must die.
What is up? What is up? Welcome back into a little Johnny Radio's Happy Hour. I do have to say, I do know how to do math, and I'm adding this up, and at least more people agree with me. Anyway, I hope all y'all out there realistic are having a good day. I know, again, down North Mississippi, all our thoughts and prayers with all of those people, all the people out west as well in California. Always some sick news. But I did have some other news that did happen today. Some very serious news, by the way. Very, very interesting. And it was Tyreek Hill. Right now, if you were in Las Vegas and you were looking at futures, as of this morning, and I'm not sure if it's currently changed, but the odds-on favorite to win the Super Bowl wasn't the New England Patriots. It was that's right, the Kansas City Chiefs. And I've heard people say that if Kareem Hunt wasn't injured, they beat Tom Brady. Again, I don't. It looked like the team moved on fine without Kareem Hunt. I think Patrick Mahomes is a baller. Again, I don't think Kareem Hunt was offsides. We know why Kansas City lost that. Again, people forget about the interception that Brady threw at the end of the game.
That offsides was...
That's what killed him, and people act like it didn't happen.
It was the roughest thing I've ever seen in my life.
But then it was rough.
It's just like losing a game to the Patriots and the AFC just that way.
But this is where this is so perfect what you just said, because it's exactly where I'm going, kind of. Like, I was saying that was rough for Kansas City. They lost their opportunity in an amazingly horrible fashion. Dee Ford, their guy, is offside. You know what I mean? People in Kansas City have been loving Dee Ford forever. He's been the man. And then he's the one who does that, breaks your heart, rips your heart out. And then you become Super Bowl favorites. Everybody's talking about Patrick Mahomes, all this stuff he's going to do, greatest quarterback. Some people are even saying he's better than Aaron Rodgers. He's better than Tom Brady. He's the greatest thing since sliced bread. But it's amazing how much they talk a little different with him when they say that Tyreek Hill is out. Now, they still have Travis Kelce. They still got Andy Reid over there calling plays. And Patrick Mahomes, come on, let's be real. He is a difference maker. He's a great player. I think he's going to be all right. But for all you people out there who are, as much as I have to say, I call him a scumbag. I can say that, and I feel comfortable with it. I think the excuse for Tyreek Hill to say that he was teaching his 2- and 3-year-old kid how to box, that's why he was punching him in the chest, is
that's the most ridiculous thing I have ever heard.
Stupidest thing I've ever heard. And then my homie gets, Allen
and people
gets,
accept it.
I mean, Reed gets suspended, 6 games for nothing? What did he get suspended for? Oh, man, I almost forgot my man Dan's on the phone.
For 2 years ago, he had a domestic violence thing that never actually was charged to him.
Again, this is what I'm trying to say. It is always selective justice, and it does prove one thing. They think that Tyreek Hill is a lot more important to the NFL and will make the NFL a lot more money than him. So, yeah, that's why that is. But I got to bring in Dan real fast. Dan, what's happening, my brother?
Hey, guys.
Is this my man Dan that I met last week?
Yep. I listen to you guys, and there's days when I just got a call and talking about the soccer thing. So it becomes a political thing. It's played out in politics. I mean, refusing to go to the White House and all
Certainly.
that stuff. I'm thinking, go overseas and get treated like you get treated here in the United States. Go over there and do whatever it is you need to do. If you don't, if you want to disrespect America, I mean, it's all about special interest groups in my opinion, and that's just my opinion. The girls will get paid. I think they deserve to get paid, but I don't think there's as big a disparity as everybody's making out to be. It's just, you know what I mean? I mean, it's just not the way it looks.
And that's, again, why I didn't want to talk too much about it, because, again, I thought it was a whole bunch of
And I do think there needs to be more information
agree.
on the situation, because both sides are telling their side, and there's no common ground of finding what the actual issue is, why people are mad. There needs to be a sort of middle ground they find here.
I don't think anybody disputes the fact that those girls are unbelievable athletes and they represent the United States well. I mean, it was unbelievable. But, after that...
They made me so proud. Remember after that, people were getting on to them after they beat the tar out. I think it was Taiwan 13-0. I was just ready to go crazy. I was like, dude, what are they supposed to not, try? They're out there at the highest level, scoring goals, having the most fun. Let them enjoy themselves, man. They work hard. And I was, I'm always there to be there and be supportive.
Right. Now, and I tell you another thing. You talk about they find, people, when the Kansas City found a way to lose. Gabe, I'm telling you, the group of guys, you guys that came in here and did what you did at the University of Memphis, there were years when we would find all kinds of ways to lose games.
That's true.
And it just made me think about you guys and your group. It was amazing.
I'll tell you what, Dan, in 2013, when I got here, that team knew how to lose, man. 3-9 and so many close games. Fumbling the ball on kickoff returns when you're up by 7. It happened. It happened, and I'm glad we found a way to get over it, man.
So props to you guys and your group, Gabe. You guys made it relevant again. I mean, I've been pulling for you guys for 40 years since I moved here, and it just tickles me to see what that program has done, and you were a big part of it. So good for you.
Absolutely.
Hey,
Appreciate
Dan,
it, Dan.
Thanks for the phone call,
Appreciate
brother.
the call.
Great phone call.
All
That's
right.
my man Dan right there, and I got to say, I love my man John. Don't get me wrong, but I think Dan just dropped some serious great call, because realistically, it's amazing how Memphis fans forget. 2013 wasn't long ago, yo. We were sorry, yo. And now your
Finding
team
any way to lose a game,
graduated
then.
as the most winning senior class in Tiger history, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Dead right.
I mean, that is that's something, again, changing a program. Go ahead and pat yourself on the back. Good job, Gabe. By the way, great call, Dan. You can do that 901-360-8255. That's the First Bank phone lines. We're coming back right now. Y'all know how to, by the way, to get in touch with me on the First Bank text line at 67129. But literally, we're going to come back to have some fun. We got Hardwood and picks and all that good stuff. Sports 56, 96.1 and 87.7 FM.
Dad, what are you doing?
Cramming for college.
I'm the one going to college.
Yeah, but we need to figure out how we're going to pay for it all.
Discover Student Loans.
Discover does student loans?
Yeah, they're one of the top private student loan lenders in the country. It takes 15 minutes or less to apply, and there are no fees for the life of the loan. Best of all, I can earn cash rewards if I get good grades.
Really?
Yeah, we still have time to apply and get a great rate.
So I can just chill. College kids still say that, right?
No one says that, Dad.
Really?
Yeah.
Visit discoverstudentloans.com to apply today. Limitations apply.
If you miss the good old days of great Italian food, rejoice because Chef Judd Grizzani is carrying on the 110-year-old family tradition. A new Ronnie Grizzani's is now open in the Regalia Center at Poplar and Ridgeway with lunch 11 to 2 Monday through Saturday, plus a Saturday brunch also from 11 to 2. Live music Wednesday and Thursday nights, an oyster bar with fresh oysters and crab, and an extensive Italian and American wine by the glass list. Don't reminisce about the good old days. Relive them at Ronnie Grizzani's in the Regalia Center at Poplar and Ridgeway.
Introducing Top Tracer Range, the new ball tracking and gaming system at Golf and Games Family Park. Top Tracer gathers data such as distance, carry, ball speed, and more. Compete against friends in a points game, long drive, and virtual golf at courses such as Pebble Beach and St. Andrews. Golf and Games Family Park is a great setting for group and company outings, golf lessons, or individual practice. Experience fun, friends, family, and introducing Top Tracer Range, the new ball tracking and gaming system at Golf and Games Family Park, 5484 Summer Avenue.
Need physical therapy but don't know where to go? Tried physical therapy but had a bad experience? Grab your physician's referral and head to Revolution Physical Therapy at the corner of Goodman and Getwell. At Revolution PT, you'll get one-on-one, hands-on therapy. Better and more thorough than just going to the gym. Revolution is locally owned and staffed by neighbors who care about your maximum recovery. And they accept all major insurances. Certified in dry needling, expert in myofascial release. Always relaxed and friendly. Revolution Physical Therapy is just what you need.
Hi, this is Mark Tobin. I got a question for you. Is there anywhere you'd rather be than outdoors today? Well, if that's true for you, then be sure to join me and our guests every Saturday at 6 a.m. for the Outdoors Today radio show. We're going to bring you hunters and fishermen. We're going to give you tips and techniques that'll help you get more from the outdoors today. Join our electronic campfire every Saturday at 6 a.m.
Outdoors Today, Saturday mornings at 6 a.m. on Sports 56, 96.1 and 87.7.
I Buy Houses, 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. I Buy Houses. I Buy Houses will buy a house in any area, in any condition, and yes, it's guaranteed to close in 5 days. If you need to sell your home quickly, call 901-406-1101. If you've been through a divorce, if you lost your job, if you're tired of renters, I Buy Houses can get you your money quickly. I Buy Houses will buy your home in Shelby County, DeSoto County, Memphis, Bartlett, South Haven, Horn Lake, Olive Branch, anywhere and everywhere in between in any condition. And yes, they're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I Buy Houses, 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. Grab that pen, 901-406-1101. I Buy Houses.
We are Sports 56, WHBQ Memphis, WIVG-FM Tunica Memphis, and WPG-FLP Memphis. Flynn Broadcasting Stations. It's Johnny Radio's Happy Hour.
If you like pina coladas.
On Sports 56 and 87.7 FM.
Check it out right here.
Ladies and gentlemen. And now,
the only man who can make fire with 2 ice cubes. Johnny Harden.
What is up? What is up? Welcome back into a little Johnny Radio's Happy Hour. I hope y'all know who I am by now. I'm your sports mixologist, John Harden. And I talked about today D'Angelo absolutely destroying it on ESPN. Gabe talked a lot about some soccer, so I blame Gabe.
I mean, I'll take full responsibility. I just thought it was something.
No,
but
very
seriously,
good.
I could have sworn you were going to bring it up. I could have sworn.
I was not going to touch it with a 10-foot pole because of this morning. I did not realize how upset it had people, and I was just like, wow, I feel so confused listening to a young lady who was crying to me yesterday about how I graduated and I can't find a job that won't pay me over $725 and I have a degree. And she's like, give them more. And I'm like, what is going on? Okay. But anyway, sorry. I don't even know how I got off on that again. I was talking earlier, though, the important things. And, of course, as you know, there are so many important things around here and so many wonderful people that I love. But I love all of y'all, and I like to give y'all what y'all like. And I wanted to say that today, D'Angelo Williams was on ESPN. I saw him on Twitter mention, hey, I'm going live on TV. So I had to check him out. And he came out there, and Gabe Kuhn, he kind of changed the way I look at the running back position. And what I'm trying to say is, the Saquon Barkleys, especially, they're worth every penny. They are worth that. Unfortunately, Eli Manning and the rest of the Giants stink, and Dave Gettleman's a moron. But Saquon is just a difference maker.
But you do have to notice quarterback play always has to do with the value of the running back.
Does.
So
It
when
really
you
does.
have a good quarterback, that running back value goes straight down.
Mhm.
When you have a bad one or an average one, it goes straight up.
But also it still starts with the offensive line. You got to have a great offensive line, and then it helps running backs to have an Amari Cooper, an Antonio Brown, somebody to take the top off the defense so they don't have everybody and their grandmother stacking the box. It does help to have a quarterback who can move his feet or be mobile enough to break down, and take off when the pocket does break down, or, run a little crazy triple option. And what I'm trying to say is basically on just the Cowboys situation itself. At first, at the beginning of the week, and I think Gabe still agrees with this, that it is still too early, like 2 years. But then I started to look at it and I started to say to myself, but wait a second. The average life of an NFL running back is 3 years. How can an NFL be fairly compensated if he has to take a rookie deal that's 5 years? So if you want to talk about something that's actually fair and unfair, I have to say, Gabe, CJ's over there. I see my man Carl Morris Jr.'s in the hizzy. Wouldn't you say if we really wanted to talk about what's fair and what's unfair, putting running backs to a 5-year rookie deal when the average running back is only in the year for 3 years, how is that fair?
It's garbage, and that's the only, and that is Zeke's saving grace with me. Because
with me, but I didn't
literally
see it until
he's in
I did
Cabo
D'Angelo.
right now when he's 2 years out of a contract deal, and that doesn't happen. But when I think about what the CBA is for running backs, it's absolute garbage.
It is, and that's why what I was trying to say is I unequivocally today when I was listening earlier this week, I was 100% behind. Like Jerry Jones and Dak Prescott and other people saying Zeke needs to get in camp. He's got 2 more years, finish out this year, and then you go get your extension. They got to pay Dak this year, blah, blah, blah. But again, if you look at the numbers, what made Dak a better quarterback? When Zeke Elliott's in the game, 58 touchdowns, 18 interceptions. They run for 142 yards. They score 24 points a game, and they went 28-12. Without him, they're a 500 ball club, scoring 19 points a game, rushing for 106 yards, and Dak only threw 9 touchdowns and 7 interceptions, and that's right, in 8 games. Pitiful. So Dak is a better quarterback when he's got his beast back there. I can't believe I'm saying this. Dak, you got to go the Tom Brady route. Don't you go Carson Wentz. Don't you go take all the money so nothing can be left. Amari's are going to get paid too. They got a lot of great defensive players that need to get some of that cash too. And if you want to be a Super Bowl winning quarterback, Dak, and you really want to be around for a long time and you want to cash super big checks in the future, you get Zeke back and you win you a championship, man, you can write your check.
So the Cowboys, though, among other things they're going through with Zeke, they decided to go and get Alfred Morris yesterday
Saw
for a
that,
one-year deal, which is obviously their sort of insurance policy for if Zeke doesn't play. And I get that.
I thought it was very. All I know, if I was Zeke, I'd be in Cabo. And yes, I would be working out because I want to be the best football player in the whole wide world. But you know what? I would be ticked off and I'd be in Cabo. So I kind of can't believe I'm saying this because at the beginning of the week, D'Angelo Williams is the one to change me, man. D-Dub, you did it this morning. He was on there and he was making so much sense about what makes Dak Prescott a good quarterback, and he basically was saying was that defense, that offensive line, and the running back.
It's
and
everything else
wow.
except for his ability.
I mean, no, well, but he said, listen,
that's basically what it was.
He said Dak is basically that guy. He's kind of like we talked about this. Maybe I don't know if we talked about this on air or off air. He is good at everything, but not great at one thing. Like, he's never going to be able to just go out there and dink and dunk you to death like Tom Brady. Or he's never going to be, like, he can improvise, but he ain't going to be able to be Aaron Rodgers, you know? He can throw the ball on the run, but he can't do it like Pat Mahomes can, you know? He don't have that no look. But he does every single thing well, and he's a good quarterback. In fact, he's a good enough quarterback to take you all the way with a great defense, a good running game, and an offensive line. I'm just saying.
All the way.
I'm just saying, if since I've seen Trent Dilfer and Brad Johnson and all these people, but what I'm just saying is I look at this defense, as young and talented as this defense is, with Zeke running that football and Amari on the outside, maybe Jason Witten can come in there and come back and have one more year. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. But what I'm just trying to say is get Zeke out of Cabo because your only opportunity is to do it with him and while you have this offensive line. And by the way, do you know how long it's been since the Dallas Cowboys have won the deadgum Super Bowl? Like, were you alive? Did you ever see them win a Super Bowl?
When was the last one?
I mean, deadgummit.
Late 90s?
When Emmett and Troy and Mike were playing, dude.
Probably the year I was born.
I'll have to look it up. I can't even remember what year it was. It feels so long ago. I know it was over 20 years. I know that for sure. I mean, heck. Was the last time they beat Bill? I don't even remember, man. It just feels like it was so long ago that it's sad that it was. I mean, we're talking about Emmett and Troy. Troy's become one of the best analysts. There's people who don't even know Troy Aikman was a football player. They're like, you mean the dude in the booth? Yeah, he was one heck of a quarterback.
I was not alive when they won their last one in 93.
And that's what I'm trying to say. That's sad. And most people, and Jerry Jones, I heard him come out and say, I am not, Zeke's going to have to get in camp. I got to pay a lot of people. We'll get this worked out. But then after listening to D'Angelo, I didn't realize the jerk, he might be kind of a jerk, but he is the one that makes that Cowboys machine go, and he gives the defense an opportunity to rest, and he makes that defense so vicious and allows them to come off the edge and come up the middle and just bust your face. But, man, my man Kent's called in, and I am a jerk. I am so sorry, Kent. I left you on hold way too long. I promise you I won't do that again. So please call back. But my man Kent, he is called in on the First Bank text line at 901-360-8255. You can do the same. You can talk about anything you want to. You can talk about the Cowboys, Tyreek Hill. You can talk about the women's soccer. You can talk about anything you want to because that's just how I roll right here on Johnny Radio's Happy Hour. But what's up, Kent? How's life treating you?
Hey, guys. Hey, well, I appreciate you taking my call.
Sorry for keeping you on hold so long.
Oh, no problem. You're busy guys. Well, I'm an attorney, and I've definitely got a take,
Oh, I want to hear this. Thank you,
on the
Kent.
whole women's soccer and equal pay issue. It's all about supply and demand. It is an entertainer business. I mean, for example, there's a minor league men's soccer program in the United States. What do those guys make? $5,000, $6,000 a year? Are they being discriminated against? Compared with the women's? No, it's a marketing issue. Women's soccer, their so-called pro league, which they've had trouble getting started. It went under, getting started again. They averaged about 5,500 fans a game.
So
it's double or triple.
And you're referring to the National Women's Soccer League. It was
I am.
U.S. Soccer Federation. They started that in 2012, correct?
They did. Then it had gone under before. They had tried a league after the '99 World Cup they won. It went under because it's just like the WNBA. If it wasn't being supported by the NBA, I mean, why are the WNBA players not making $10 million a season? It's a marketing and supply and demand situation. I'm an actor on the side as well. I've made some short films. Am I being discriminated against because Angela Jolie makes more than me? No, it's a supply and demand situation. I mean, it's based on advertising dollars, television. You know, it's not a discriminatory thing. You know, we hardly hear anything about women's soccer until every 4 years. It's not the same situation with men's. I guarantee there are a lot of people in the United States that would love to have a pro frisbee league, for example. Why is that not happening? Because they can't get a television contract, obviously. They haven't got a supplier that's willing to put marketing out for it. And so it's not a discrimination thing. Now, I'll throw in something about Cowboys and Zeke, too. I'm a long-time Cowboys fan, have been since I was 7.
Kent, you got to pause for 1 second. I'm going to let you go on the Cowboys thing, but I'm going to also just bring up one other thing because I want to ask you a question. Again, I say they're doing this because, again, like Gabe, he kind of mentioned something. They're being talked about now. This is going to be played out in court. They're going to have a collective bargaining agreement. They're going to get their day. They're just trying to get PR, in my opinion, for themselves. But go right ahead. I want to hear what you had to say about the Cowboys.
Well, yeah, and you're right, because the Women's World Cup, like the Men's World Cup, only happens once every 4 years. So naturally, this is their time to shine. But, you know, I've been a long time Cowboys fan since I was 7 years old. I'm 52 now. I mean, last season, the Cowboys had Zeke. And what did they do? They sucked. They sucked until he had a first-rate receiver, and they got Amari.
And then they were awesome.
You know,
that's a good point, man.
Yeah, I mean, they were not headed to the playoffs at all until they got Amari Stoudemire. Yes, I think he's a great running back, but running backs are not going to take you to the Super Bowl. They're just not going to do it. Now, if I was him, I get what he's trying to do, but when do contracts and commitments not have value anymore? I mean, I hate to see what happens.
Great point. But can I ask you something? Because this is what I wanted to bring up. These are two great points, and you being an attorney, this is great because this is what upsets me. Everybody always say, well, it's collectively bargained, blah, 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 the CBA. But look who's usually in charge of the CBAs, and usually it's trying to help out the veterans. And the one thing, though, that D'Angelo pointed out to me, he says, if you look like how bad they did the position of running backs during last collective bargaining agreement, he said it was an absolute damn travesty because an average running back only plays 3 years. The collective, I mean, they're in their rookie contract is guaranteed 4 years with a 5th year option. I mean, they don't even have to keep you around for the 5th year. So I do see how it was set up and structured almost for running backs to get basically screwed. And I thought that was the same way with the way MLB utilizes salary arbitration. And if for people who don't understand that, at least for me, you have to have 6 years of MLB service or at least 3 years of being in the majors before you can go up there and ask them for an extra penny. You're just getting the league minimum. And I just, they don't get beat up for it.
At $4 million a year, you know, I mean, boy, what a screwing that would be, you know, and that's where they're going to lose it. I mean, I think one of the worst examples, I mean, and Steve Kerr had this right in terms of the NBA and what happened to the Hornets. You've got a guy that has a contract with a year and a half, 2 years left on it, and he just demands to get out of it. And you have a lot of people supporting that. And I don't understand how the NBA is going to keep any small market fans around because, I mean, after all, if they get a superstar, that superstar may just decide, hey, I'm making gazillions a year, but I want to win a championship.
I mean, the only way you're going to keep small market players in small markets is by saying, hey, we have talent, come play with talent. That's the only way you're going to attract big name guys. That's the only way you're going to keep big name guys nowadays.
And what happens to that, though? I mean, look at Oklahoma City.
Then they leave and go to the beach, or they go up to New York, or they go out west. No, you're right. I know exactly.
Well,
what
if they
saying.
don't, it's if they don't win. If they don't win, they start heading elsewhere.
Yeah, well, I mean, look at Toronto. One, they had talent, and they didn't.
Everybody's
stay.
gone.
Yeah, I mean, they want to go to the LAs, the New Yorks, the Bostons, whatever, Chicago's. I mean, it's not a situation where you can. I mean, these players, they say, well, hey, we want you to guarantee that if I get injured, whatever, you're going to pay me out this contract, but I'm not going to guarantee you that when I signed up for it, I'm going to honor my end of the bargain. So it's completely one-sided. And, I don't know what the NBA is going to have to do to equalize that, but something's going to have to be done, or this is just going to continue.
Man, I'm going to tell you something, Kent. You're going to have to, text me your number, man. Hit me at 67129. I could talk to you all day long, my man. I really appreciate the phone call.
I appreciate that.
Make sure you definitely hit this show back, and please keep listening, my man, all right?
I will. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Dude, that's now, Kent, from now on, you're our lawyer, bro. Please, whenever you're listening and we got something going down, you hit us up. That was a perfect phone call. I love talking with attorneys. And I have to say, Kent basically just regurgitated exactly what the economics professor and the other attorney that was talking to me and the other people at Memphis. And that's why I was literally almost regurgitated the exact same thing. And the one thing, though, that I didn't do is I didn't go to the kids, okay, can I take this cup of coffee and this muffin and turn it into a big damn breakfast? Nope, I sure can't. I thought that was kind of funny. But it definitely did get the point across.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be a day in court. They're gonna have to figure it out in the CBA.
Yep.
As far as soccer goes, I don't know if we can't talk any more soccer, man.
Yeah, and I've never talked this much in my. They're doing they're doing this in the court of public opinion because right now, unfortunately, we are so divided. But in all actuality, this is something very important. There's a few things that I do need to say. It did come across. I did find out. We all know about the 3 people who lost their lives out west. I hate talking sad stuff, but we also know that 2 people lost their lives in North Mississippi at Walmart this morning. I mean, this is making national news, of course. Unfortunately, that's not what you want it to be about by any means. But again, just thoughts and prayers for all the people who lost their loved ones or anybody who's suffering or who witnessed that. But a disgruntled employee went to Walmart this morning in North Mississippi, and yeah, y'all know, you can find it out. But that's why we do on this show. Again, that's why I say I can't watch the news because it's so damn depressing. That's why we talk about hardwood and all kinds of crazy stuff. But I did want to thank the people who give me the opportunity to talk about the fun stories. And I promise you, I got some hardwood stories that are going to make you laugh and cry. And if you're a little bit older, you might want to go put your Depends on, okay? You don't want to accidentally make a little, you know what I'm saying?
We don't want you to laugh too hard.
We don't want you to laugh too hard, because I did have somebody actually the other day tell me, and this is when I know this was probably the nicest compliment I've ever gotten in my life, and I can't believe I'm about to do this. I'm not going to tell your name, but the nicest compliment I was ever given. Do you know what they said? Gabe, I was listening to y'all yesterday, and I laughed so hard that I wet my Depends.
Whoever, that is a compliment.
That is a compliment
full on.
and a half, man.
I didn't think I was that funny, man.
TMI, no way. That was awesome, bro. That was just that was probably the nicest thing anybody's ever said to me. I couldn't stop laughing. But anyway, I did again, like I said, we got some great stuff, but I wanted to thank my sponsors. Y'all know my buddy, MemphisFarmers.com, Chad Gatlin. Y'all also know Bill at I Buy Houses. How do y'all know them? Because they're my peeps. They make it happen. They give us the money so I can come on here and talk to y'all about what's going on in the world. And I also wanted to tell you, again, I wouldn't be here today, like dead serious. 11 years ago, you know, Gabe, you're a young man. I was around your age. Is it hard for you to ask for help?
You know, pride for young men gets in the way a lot of times. It really does. And you think you want to have it figured out, and you don't.
Oh, my gosh. I think that's what it is. That's what gets in your way. It's pride, isn't it? Oh, my God. That was standing in my way till I was like 37 years old. It was hard for me to get over that. But no, realistically, when I was young, was going through divorce, instead of like talking about the divorce, didn't handle it very well. Went and did some stupid thing at work, got fired. Oh, guess what? What happens when you lose your job? You can't pay your mortgage. Guess what? If you don't pay your mortgage in like the third month, did you know they can foreclose on you? Yeah. Found that out. They called me up and said, "Hey, what's up, Mr. Harden? How you doing?" I'm like, "Not good." They're like, "Well, are you going to be in next week and pay off your loan?" And I'm like, "Huh?" They're like, "Yeah, because if you're not, we're foreclosing on you." And I'm like, "No." So guess what happened? I walked next door, went to crack me open a cold one and basically cried my beer. And I finally told somebody. And guess what they gave me? They gave me a gift. 901-406-1101. My neighbor told me to call Bill at I Buy Houses. I'm like, "Who's Bill?" He's like, "Trust me, he'll be over here in 2 shakes. He'll buy your house. I guarantee it in 5 days." And I'm like, "How do you know?" He goes, "That's what he does. He buys any house, any area, as is. Simple as that. I don't care if you're over in Southwind, South Memphis. I don't care if you're in North Memphis, North Mississippi, Midtown, Downtown, Germantown, Cordova, Collierville, wherever. If you can hear my voice, you over in Tunica, what's up, 96.1? Hit up 901-406-1101. You call my buddy Bill at I Buy Houses. Bing, a bang, a boom, done. Just sold your house." It really is just like that. And guess what? Pride doesn't have to get in your way, now does it? Now, I'll be back in 2 shakes. We're coming back with my favorite segment of the day. I promise you. This is all about nothing but laughter. We're going to Hardenwood because it does feel so good on Sports 56, 96.1, and 87.7 FM.
Listen online anywhere, anytime at sports56whbq.com.
Like my hat?
Your hat says meat.
I know, ain't it cool?
It is cool. Where'd you get it?
I thought you'd never ask.
I didn't mean to.
It's just one of the many cool things you can order on Central Barbecue's website, cbqmemphis.com.
You can get a meat hat there?
Or a logo flat bill like all the kids are wearing.
You don't need to be wearing what the kids are wearing.
And tie-dye t-shirts and old school trucker hats and onesies for your baby, all with the Central Barbecue logo on them.
Onesies for your baby?
They got everything at CBQ Memphis, and you can order ribs.
I'll check that out.
We could have matching meat hats.
This is what Flo from Progressive sounds like in one of our many hilarious commercials.
And basic motorcycle policies start at just $75 a year. I know, right? Do you think I say I know right too often? I do. I know, right? I have to stop, don't I? I know.
And this is what that same commercial sounds like on your motorcycle. Yeah, even our commercials are better on a bike. Progressive keeps you on yours. Get a quote in as little as 3 minutes at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Annual premium for basic liability policy not available in all states.
If you're going on vacation, making a college campus visit, or if business takes you out of town, there's just no better place to board your dog than Barks and Recreation, 965 Reddick Cove between Bud Davis Cadillac and the Blue Plate Cafe in East Memphis. Boarding, daycare, grooming, we have the best of everything at Barks. Indoor-outdoor kennels so your family member can go in and out as they please. Indoor and outdoor play areas. 4 walks a day, group play, and individual attention from the best staff in the Mid-South, which includes an overnight staff to ensure the safety and comfort of your pet 24 hours a day. All reasons to choose Barks and Recreation above all other boarding and daycare facilities. BarksDaycare.com or 509-0909. Check us out and make your reservations now at BarksDaycare.com. If your dog could speak, he'd say Barks.
Need physical therapy but don't know where to go? Tried physical therapy but had a bad experience? Grab your physician's referral and head to Revolution Physical Therapy at the corner of Goodman and Getwell. At Revolution PT, you'll get one-on-one, hands-on therapy. Better and more thorough than just going to the gym. Revolution is locally owned and staffed by neighbors who care about your maximum recovery. And they accept all major insurances. Certified in dry needling, expert in myofascial release. Always relaxed and friendly. Revolution Physical Therapy is just what you need. DeSoto Auto Sales specializes in late model cars with low mileage. They have the highest standards in the car industry. All of their cars are test driven, checked out from head to toe. Unlimited inventory, every make and model. And if it's not on the lot, they'll find it for you. Walk in the door of DeSoto Auto Sales, 5704 Goodman Road. Within 45 minutes, you can test your car, get credit approval, and finish paperwork within an hour. No shortcuts at DeSoto Auto Sales. Kind, courteous employees, a down-home environment. DeSoto Auto Sales cares about your time. Lowest prices in a 350-mile radius. We're living in a world today where time does matter. Visit them online. Check out their referrals. DeSotoAutosales.com. Very proud to serve DeSoto County and other surrounding areas. DeSoto Auto Sales, 5704 Goodman Road. Call 662-890-7184. 662-890-7184. Come on down to DeSoto Auto Sales.
Got something you want to get off your chest?
You better have a backup plan.
Want to join the conversation?
Someone needs to tell him he has to grow up.
Join us on the First Bank phone lines at 360-8255 or the First Bank text line at 67129.
I Buy Houses, 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. I Buy Houses. I Buy Houses will buy a house in any area, in any condition, and yes, it's guaranteed to close in 5 days. If you need to sell your home quickly, call 901-406-1101. If you've been through a divorce, if you lost your job, if you're tired of renters, I Buy Houses can get you your money quickly. I Buy Houses will buy your home in Shelby County, DeSoto County, Memphis, Bartlett, South Haven, Horn Lake, Olive Branch, anywhere and everywhere in between in any condition. And yes, they're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I Buy Houses, 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. Grab that pen, 901-406-1101. I Buy Houses.
Now back to Johnny Radio's Happy Hour. Let's go! On Sports 56 and 87.7 FM. Here's your host, John Harden.
Many a hand has scaled the grand old face of the plateau. Some belong to strangers and some to folks you know. Holy Ghost and talk show hosts are planted in the sand to beautify the foothills, shake the many hands. There's nothing on the top but a bucket and a mop and an illustrated book about birds. You see a lot up there, but don't be scared. Who needs Jackson when you got words?
What is up? What is up? And I'm about to make y'all absolutely laugh, cry, maybe wet your depends. Ha 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 ha. Who knows? By the way, I still think that was the greatest compliment I've ever been given. How many people you think ever been given a compliment? You're so funny. I wet my depends the other day. Like, that's straight up in all honesty.
I want to know what made him laugh.
Said, hey man, dude, it was Darren Hardwood. That's all I got to say, baby.
Was it one of your various probe
said,
comments?
It could have been. Who knows? Actually, I'm gonna see. Man, I don't want to say too much because then we'll know who I'm talking about. So I'll just be quiet and because they might be listening. Yeah, they probably are listening. But I love you. I'll never tell, man. I'm like that, man. I'm just like that. We do have day to baseball, by the way. Baltimore and San Diego. Drew's team that can't seem to get out of its own ways got 71 losses already, by the way, people. Do they get 50 wins or 100 losses? What do y'all think? What happens first? They're 15 wins from 50. They're 29 losses from 100. What happens first? They lose 100 or they win 50? That's kind of a tough question, isn't it? Not really. They're 35-71, people. They get to 100 losses first. Come on. I'm telling ya. Sorry, Drew. But anyway, we also have trade deadlines happening tomorrow. But I'm going to tell you right now, I'm about to take you to the place that feels so good. Oh, where is it at? Yep, it's Hardwood. Before we go there, though, I got to tell you, my great sponsors, MemphisFarmers.com. I Buy Houses, 901-406-1101. What about, oh yeah, do you like to eat? Well, I love to eat. Do you want to eat at the best place in all of Memphis? There's only one place, 5040 Sanderlin. Interim. Why do I say go to Interim? And it's like the finest dining because it is. They have David Todd, one of the best chefs probably ever. They have one of the best, he's the executive chef. He's the bomb diggity. Their lamb shake, their beef tenderloin, their, oh my goodness, their scallops. Scallops have to be cooked perfect. They are perfect. This is like American Southern food with a French flair is the way I like to say it. And if you go between 4 and 6 and you say, I want the Johnny Radio Happy Hour, 20% off. Did you hear what I said? How dope is that?
You can't beat that. Come on. Now.
Monday through Thursday, 4 to 6, right after you listen to me. Head over to 5040 Sanderland. You get 20% off. And I'm just going to try to tell you something. This is a burger. You think that their food is fine. I want to just tell you how much they care about their hamburger. And you're going to be like, whoa, if they love their hamburger that much, think about what they do to for dinner. And do y'all know what Claybrook's Farm beef is? It's the best that there ever was. Did y'all know that? It's just the way it is. I'm sorry, it's the best in the business. You will absolutely go banana sandwiches. But it's Claybrook Farm beef, white cheddar. It's got bacon, lettuce. It has not just tomato, but the Romano tomatoes, and they're roasted or something. I don't know how to explain it, man, because I can't cook them like that. They're unbelievable. And then, of course, it's got pickle and aioli, and you can add an egg, or you can get, check this out, foie gras, duck confit. Like I said, nobody takes it to the next level like Interim. So if you want to take a girl out or a guy out, or you want to take somebody out in some super style, just think Interim at 5040 Sanderland. And do me a favor, when you go in between 4 and 6, tell them you want the Johnny Radio Happy Hour special, 20% off. Bing, bang, boom. You're welcome. Let's go to Hardwood.
This is Access Hardwood.
Holy guacamole. Where do I start? Well, there's so much stuff that's going on in the world. We're going to start with the fun stuff because I like to laugh and I like to have some fun. And first, I don't know if y'all know this, but do y'all know who Lil Pump is?
I definitely do.
You do know who Lil Pump is? Do you know Lil Pump, Carl?
Yeah.
So Carl's looking at me like, how's this old man know Lil Pump? Okay, I'll admit
Lil,
Oh,
L-I-L.
Sorry.
Lil.
Like Lil John?
Lil, just like Lil John.
Like
Exact
Lil John?
same. Exact
yeah.
same.
Oh,
Lil.
ski,
You can't.
ski.
Little. It's
Lil.
Little.
Well,
Little.
dude, see, can I be honest with you? In the article I read, they put LITTLEPUMP. Little Pump. So it's not my fault. But then I did actually go and look up who Little Pump was, and it did say Lil Pump, L-I-L. So if you go look up his stuff, it's Lil Pump, but this stupid article had it all back. But the reason I'm bringing him up is not because I love Little John, all ski, ski, ski. It's because he is talking about what happened with LeBron James. I am shocked more people aren't freaked out that Little Pump bought a $20,000 purse because he's just like that. And he's like, I love purses. And I'm like, cool. But he don't give no dams by that. By can I just tell y'all why I think Lil Pump is awesome? I mean, dude's 18, right? All right, Lil Pump, I want to tell you what he did. So the reason I'm talking about it is because if you were on Twitter today, you saw where there was a bunch. I saw it on Complex. I saw it on, what is that deadgum sports thing?
House of Highlights. Bleacher Report.
No, not Bleacher Report. The other ones, like Bar something.
Barstool,
yeah, someone like that. And they were trying to they were saying LeBron James
was showing up the kids.
Yeah, dude.
That was Barstool.
Yeah. It was Barstool. And I thought to myself, what?
Do you guys not have, y'all have too much time in your day if you're coming up with these things.
Thank you, Gabe. I literally was going, hold on. So a dad is watching his son play. His son gets a breakaway and dunks. And he gets excited for his son.
And then the layup line thing where he's dunking. Those kids loved that.
Those kids love LeBron James, by the way. I wanted to remind you he's LeBron bleeping James.
John,
and I just wanted y'all to know, if you saw me at one of my daughter's cheerleading things, Holmes, and y'all are calling him a lunatic, y'all would definitely call me a lunatic.
John, if you kind of want to throw up at a take, and I know that, hot takes, they're everywhere nowadays on Twitter. But if you want to throw up at one, go look at Jason Whitlock talk about LeBron James at these AAU things. It'll really make you sick, man. And I get grossed out every time I listen to it, watch it.
So Tyreek Hill can play. He breaks his kid's arm, but people ain't ripping him. But LeBron James goes and watches his kid and celebrates like a father celebrates, and people are ripping him. I'm telling y'all.
They're trying to say it was childish, and I'm like, come on,
Common sense
man.
has gone out the window. Everybody is crazy, and fake outrage is today's new outrage in reality. So I don't even know if I'm real anymore. I might be living in the damn Matrix.
2 weeks in a row, we have an international soccer star getting off of his rape charge.
Yep, Neymar. If you got money, man, you go to a different world. But by the way, can I bring this back to LeBron? Because I did want to go back to Lil Pump, since y'all know. Lil Pump. Did you know why I had to bring this up? Because not only, this is LeBron James, Lil Pump came out to defend LeBron James. Now, do you know what Lil Pump said? And during the interview, you know what Lil Pump did? Tell me, you used to watch the baseball movie, Gabe, what was the baseball movie with the dude with the mullet, and he's really funny?
It wasn't a movie. You think of Eastbound and Down.
Eastbound and Down.
Hilarious.
Like, you know when he's like, dollar bill, y'all, dollar bill, y'all. Like, this is what Lil Pump was doing. So he's in the middle of an interview, and they're asking him about LeBron James in this clip. And this is how I found out about Lil Pump. And he's like, yeah, I can't believe why people are doing this. He goes, may I remind you, LeBron James can do whatever the blank he wants, because guess what? He's LeBron James blank. And it was hilarious. And I'm like, yeah, he is. And then you know what else he did? So people are just walking by, and he's just like, here's $100. Here's $100. He's just dropping $100 bills on people.
Hey, because he can. Because he can.
Then this is the best part. Now, this is where it's going to get great. So then he comes out and goes, and by the way, the cameraman goes, so what did you get? And he goes, oh, man, let me show you what I got from my Rodeo Drive shopping spree. I got this Louis Vuitton designer handbag. And he goes, by the way, I just want y'all to know, I don't give a bleep. I love these purses. You go, Lil Pump. And you know what else he said? I'm an 18-year-old millionaire. And then started dropping out $100 bills. And by the way, I guess if I was an 18-year-old millionaire, I'd do whatever I want to.
Would you buy purses, though?
No, I would not.
Yeah, whatever. He can do what he wants.
That's what I'm saying.
But anyway, back to this LeBron thing, man.
I can't believe that people
I can't believe people are trying to paint him in this way. Why are you painting him in this way?
Without Barstool, I would have never known who Lil Pump was, and that might be the best clip I've ever seen. I've never seen a man drop $100 bills walking just down the street during an interview. That was straight up dope. And they weren't fake 100s. They were real hundies. Is he that rich?
He's made some money. But to be honest, the ignorance with which he uses his money is something I don't know.
If he's going to be able to hold
I don't know if he's going to continue being that rich, but I mean, he has made some good money off of his music. I can't lie. And I don't think his music's overly great either.
All right, now can I ask y'all a question? This is ready. Are y'all ready for something very serious? I want Carl over there to think really hard. If somebody was to give you a warning, who would you take more serious? Say Zeke Elliott's dad calls Jerry Jones and says, man, you better give my son the money. Are you going to take that serious? Or let's say his agent calls. Are you going to take that serious? But what if O.J. Simpson goes on Twitter and goes on a rant about Jerry Jones and starts saying, you better sign Zeke? I don't know. If I was Jerry, knowing his background, I might sign me some Zeke and say, I'm sorry, Mr. Simpson. I'm very, very, very sorry. I know you play golf in Texas, Mr. Simpson. Get on the Twitter and say sorry, Jerry. Because O.J. is ticked. Did you see his Twitter rant?
Yeah, you got to pay him.
Man, by the way,
that's what he said.
The fact that he is on Twitter, it always blows my mind. And then the fact that I'm actually watching it also makes me feel
and
like
I still can't get over his first tweet was what his first tweet was.
Oh, my gosh. I am not Khloe Kardashian's dad, okay? I haven't even... Me and Kim never. Or what's her name?
Chris. It's like, dude...
Whatever.
You're more guilty now. You're more guilty.
Yeah, dude.
Did you hear about our friends in Vegas getting swarmed by the grasshoppers?
Dude, so this is not like Sensei, young grasshopper. Come here, let me tell
Literally,
you
like, this is like...
The bugs, dude.
A ridiculous amount of
Like, it was so much that the news looked at it, and there were so many grasshoppers that it showed up on the radar.
On a radar.
As almost a storm. A little girl, by the way, and it kind of made me sad because she was putting it from her phone and showing, like, you know, videotaping out the window. And she was like, Grandmother, I'm so scared to go outside. Bro, I have never seen that many grasshoppers in my life. Like, I didn't even know.
It's like the movie Cicada, man.
Like, dude, it was crazy, dude.
The amount of grasshoppers in Las Vegas right now is scary.
Dude, I'm telling you. Like, who eats grasshoppers? Like,
I don't know.
in Seattle, folks, if that was happening in Seattle.
I don't know if they eat grasshoppers.
You don't know what
I don't know if I've
talking
heard.
about.
I have
Hold on,
family
no.
from somewhere in
Can
Seattle.
I just tell you something? Seattle, the very first game, had 18,000 grasshoppers for sale. They sold out in the second inning. You think I'm joking? Look it up.
Were they covered in chocolate or something?
Yes. They sold. Oh, no. No, they were not. They look it up. You think I'm joking?
What are these, just salted
Go to
grasshoppers?
Seattle Mariners and Grasshoppers. They sold more grasshoppers at their stadium than like the number one grasshopper farm, whoever does something for fishing. That's how many grasshoppers they were selling. Like, them people in Seattle be eating some daggum grasshoppers, yo. You think I'm joking? Now, my man Ronald Ollie, you probably are like, how do I know that name? Because he was the star on Last Chance U. We all liked him. He was a beast when he was down at East Mississippi Community College. And unfortunately, like, the great story that was him going to Last Chance U and then signing with the Oakland Raiders, super dope story. Unfortunately, he got injured during practice on Saturday, and teams are just whittling down, and this is just part of life, unfortunately.
You get hurt and you're a undrafted free agent.
Guess what?
You get some of your money.
You get to go to the
they're going to
practice
cut
squad.
You. They waive you.
They say that you get to be a part of the
No, but seriously, John, I had no idea. You just taught me something today. The Mariners in 2017 sold 901 orders of toasted grasshoppers.
Toasted, yeah. I told
with
you
chili lime salt on them.
Told you
for over the first 3 games. They sold out. Unbelievable.
You think I'm always full of it?
No, I'm not. I definitely don't think you're full of it. I wouldn't have looked it up.
But can I ask you something, though? If you could have seen your eyeballs, I know you thought I was making some kind of joke and you didn't get it because you were like, people don't eat grasshoppers. What is Harden talking about?
Toasted grasshoppers.
Do you know,
That's the grossest
can I tell you
thing I've ever
something?
heard.
I know weed is legal in Washington, but I'm going to tell you right now, you could give me gummy bears, tinctures, you could make me smoke it. I don't care. Whatever. I don't care if they got some Purple mixed with Northern Lights and Afghan Super Skunk AK-47 with Jack Hare. I don't care what it is. I ain't eating no grasshopper, yo.
I'd try it.
I ain't doing it, man.
I told you I'd take the toe
bugs,
shot,
Joe.
too. You remember that? I see.
Wait, a toe shot? Wait.
You know the toe shot? Or like what was it?
Dude, you know I have a really like toes are gross.
No, but like you don't remember when we were talking about that where there was like a toe?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, the guy that put the toe in the drink.
Yeah, I told you I'd try it.
I couldn't do that. I couldn't do it.
As long as I don't get sick.
Can I ask you a question?
If they can promise me I won't get sick and it won't hurt my health.
Very important question to 67129. I know it's late in the day. I just want to know if I'm the only one or if this is more common. Like, do you give your girlfriend a foot massage? My girlfriend asks me all the time for foot massage, and I
do.
look at her and tell her all the time.
I do. Every once in a while. Not every single time
Don't
do I
you
say
know?
no.
Here's what I say to her all the time. I go, honey, you know I love you, but I don't like feet. Even your feet. Nobody's feet.
They just need to go ahead and wash them.
I tell her
What if she washes
them? No, just go to a dead-gum masseuse, man. That's their job. I'm your boyfriend. I'll do other things, but I ain't massaging your foot.
See, I'll do it, but like on command, no. Like it's sort of like if it comes up every once in a while, I'll do it.
I don't know, man.
I guess I'm not grossed out by feet like you are.
Yeah, I'm just not a foot guy, man. But I got to take a break. We've been having fun with some Hardwood. O.J. Simpson, like I said, he's putting out warnings. And again, this is something I waited for the end because I know Gabe can't jump in and say anything because I know this would make him mad. Oh, Le'Veon Bell. He put out a tweet today showing his six-pack going, "Who's fat now? I'm ripped." I thought it was actually really funny, and he apologized to all those who drafted him last year in fantasy football and says
Le'Veon
he says he's up for 500 touches.
He's
Can I just
awesome.
tell you this? Would you take him first, though?
I would take him the first round, certainly.
No, first.
Overall, I mean, there's probably not, given that he's on the Jets. But I'd definitely take him first round.
All right, man. You get to think about where does he fall? Where does he fall?
I would go somewhere between 3 is the highest I would take him, and about 8, somewhere in there.
Hit us up, 67129, and whatever y'all do, don't touch that dial. We'll be right back with the pick of the day on Sports 56, 96.1, and 87.7 FM.
Sports Time with Rollo and Stacks. Every weekday afternoon from 3 till 6. Right here on Sports 56, 96.1, and 87.7.
Frontier Western Store's world-famous boot showroom is waiting for you. With aisles and aisles of boots in one easy spot, you will find your next favorite pair at Frontier. Everyone loves Ariat boots, and Frontier has over 1,000 pair in that brand alone. Come grab a pair of rugged work boots like the Workhog, or discover an everyday classic in Ariat's Rambler. Tons of other brands as well: Rocky, Dan Post, Red Wing, Durango, Justin, Twisted X, and many more. Frontier constantly restocks and refreshes their lineup of boots, so you're certain to walk out of the store happy in your new comfortable footwear. They have a wide assortment of sizes available for men, women, and children. Work, dress, or play, Frontier's knowledgeable staff will cheerfully help you find the perfect fit. It's boots galore at Frontier Western Store, 5880 Goodman Road, Olive Branch, or on the web at frontierwesternstore.com. Family owned and operated, you know it, since 1967.
Looking for great seafood? Head to the Half Shell, voted Memphis's favorite seafood 5 years in a row. Enjoy delicious seafood at the Half Shell for lunch and dinner, along with the Half Shell's extensive new wine list. Or relax at the bar, open daily until 3 a.m. For a great weekend, try Saturday and Sunday brunch at the Half Shell from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. The Half Shell, always Memphis's favorite. Available for private parties, catering, and daily box lunch delivery. The Half Shell, serving full food menu till 2 a.m. daily. 2 locations on Mendenhall and on Winchester.
This is what Flo from Progressive sounds like in one of our many hilarious commercials.
And basic motorcycle policies start at just $75 a year. I know, right? Do you think I say I know right too often? I do. I know, right? I have to stop, don't I? I know.
And this is what that same commercial sounds like on your motorcycle. Yeah, even our commercials are better on a bike. Progressive keeps you on yours. Get a quote in as little as 3 minutes at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Annual premium for basic liability policy not available in all states.
Hey everybody, the All-Star Chevy Challenge is here. And I'm telling you, if it's a new Chevy you want, Olive Branch is the place to go, people. Take your best written deal from any Mid-South Chevy dealer to our friends at All-Star Chevrolet, and they will beat it. Or they're going to give you a free tank of gas for the win. So now that I got your attention, yes, July is All-Star Challenge month, when you get to let All-Star Chevy beat that deal on any new Chevy or even pre-owned vehicle you want. Just take the official written deal from any other Chevy dealer, not that one your friend wrote down at the bar, and take it to All-Star Chevy in Olive Branch. It's that simple. Not only that, they have the best testing ground of any other Chevy dealership, and when you head to All-Star Chevy, you know you got the best deal. So find new roads to All-Star Chevrolet in Olive Branch and take the All-Star Challenge. Not in South Haven, it's gotta be Olive Branch. Or go to allstarautogroup.com right now and be amazed by all the hot new Chevys and pre-owned vehicles they have in stock. Don't miss the All-Star Chevy Challenge. You will thank me later.
Need physical therapy but don't know where to go? Tried physical therapy but had a bad experience? Grab your physician's referral and head to Revolution Physical Therapy at the corner of Goodman and Getwell. At Revolution PT, you'll get one-on-one, hands-on therapy. Better and more thorough than just going to the gym. Revolution is locally owned and staffed by neighbors who care about your maximum recovery. And they accept all major insurances. Certified in dry needling, expert in myofascial release. Always relaxed and friendly. Revolution Physical Therapy is just what you need.
Looking good and feeling good? You've been to Roosters Men's Grooming, the all-American classic barbershop. Whether boy or man, sportster or professional, when service matters, Roosters is the choice for all gentlemen. Roosters Men's Grooming offers a full-service shave, precision haircuts, and more, all with top-of-the-line products and a truly professional atmosphere. They even remember your name and offer you a beer. When looking good and feeling good matters, relax and unwind at Roosters Men's Grooming, Paragon Place, 6300 Poplar.
Now, back to Johnny Radio's Happy Hour. Here we go. On Sports 56 and 87.7 FM.
I gotta tell y'all, at the text line, y'all never ever disappoint. And by the way, during these breaks, I can promise you this. There's some things that I get to hear and be a part of that if you only knew, I just don't know what you would say. But I can tell you one thing. I'm proud of y'all. Y'all are hilarious. And I had no idea I was the only person that did not like feet. And I did not know how many people are like, yo, dude, feet turn me on.
And people saying inappropriate things about toe jam. You know what? Yes. You guys are animals.
You are
out there on the text line. Keep it coming too, because I love it.
I do too. I gotta say, I haven't been able to do anything but read text during the breaks. So I love y'all. But we do have the last segment of my show. Baseball is by the way, the trade deadline is fast approaching. It's happening tomorrow. It really is. It's going to be really, really, really quick. What's going to happen? Greinke, where is he going to go? What like Mets have got something going on. You saw what they've done. Are they going to send Noah Syndergaard? Is he out? Are they going to get rid of DeGrom? I mean, what's going down? What's going down? Well, we'll talk about it all tomorrow on Johnny Radio's Happy Hour. There's a lot of things that I think are about to shake out, and it's going to be a very, very, very interesting next 24 hours. But before I get to that, we have baseball going on tonight. Last night, easier than cake. If you went under 13 in the Dodgers and the Rockies game, it was easy. And, of course, if you saw the big 3 stars on them Rockies, plus 110, baby. I love underdogs, and I love it when they hit. That's a beautiful thing. So thank you very much. Inside1.com or 833-731-2345. That's 833-731-2345. Inside1.com. Now, we got day baseball. The Orioles. I asked a question earlier. Will the Orioles get to 50 wins first or 100 losses? I say they'll get to 100 losses before they get to 50 wins. They're 29 wins short of 100. They're 35-71. 15 wins from 50. 29 wins from 100. 29 losses from 100 losses.
Unless they hit a hot streak.
I'm going 100 losses. I'm going 100 losses, yo. Y'all got the team that looks straight up right out of the bad news
Will
Bears.
they get to 50 wins?
They'll get to 50.
You think so?
They'll get to 50.
Okay.
Yeah, there's too many. If they lose 100 and change and can't even get to 50, I'll cry. I'll feel so bad for them. But I will say tonight, though, there is a very, very interesting game. You have Julio Teheran. You have the Nationals. I wouldn't touch this thing with a 10-foot pole. Gabe and all those strong linemen that were up in here, we had some beef up in here. They could be all pushing, and I'm saying, no, don't play it. It's a trap. But I will say, weirdly, Drew Smiley, sorry, not a big fan. Tyler Beede starting to pitch a little bit better. You can get the Giants who have been hotter than a firecracker right now, plus 35. What? The Giants plus 35 against Drew? That might be a little 1-star. Or you can have Shane Bieber, who completely imploded, lost his mind. We've already seen Trevor Bauer lose his mind as well. Shane Bieber wasn't good last time out. Now he's got to go against the Astros lineup and Justin Verlander. I'm going to tell you right now, if I can get the Astros minus 30, I'm going to take the Astros minus 30. How you like me now? Yeah. Today does look like an easy day. The one game, though, I will tell all of you people that looks like the easiest is Boston minus 135. David Price versus Tampa Bay, who doesn't look like they can hit right now. They got Charlie Morton on the hill, might I remind you, who's 12-3 this year and gets run support from Tampa for some reason. David Price has not been great versus his old team. It's going to be an interesting game. Again, that's one of those games that I tell you, you can get all the linemen over at the University of Memphis and Gabe Kuhn, and they can push, and I say no. You run from that, don't you? Now, coming up next, we got our good buddies. That's right. Sports Time with your buddy, Brett Stats Norsworthy. And, of course, the voice of the Memphis Tigers, Dave Woloshin. They're going to have a lot of fun and drive you home from 3 to 6. But me and Gabe, our time is done. Thank you for all the text. Thank you so very, very much. And by the way, you guys, I don't even know what to say. Y'all are animals. Feet turn me on. I guess that's the quote of the day, huh? Gabe, thank you so much for all that you do. Carl, it's good to see you. And for all my peeps out there, y'all be good. Get out there, make this world a better place. I'll see y'all on the flip side. Peace.
Dad, what are you doing?
Cramming for college.
I'm the one going to college.
Yeah, but we need to figure out how we're going to pay for it all.
Discover Student Loans.
Discover does student loans?
Yeah, they're one of the top private student loan lenders in the country. It takes 15 minutes or less to apply, and there are no fees for the life of the loan. Best of all, I can earn cash rewards if I get good grades.
Really?
Yeah, we still have time to apply and get a great rate.
So I can just chill. College kids still say that, right?
No one says that, Dad.
Really?
Yeah.
Visit discoverstudentloans.com to apply today. Limitations apply.
Family Leisure's pool clearance sale is July 8th through the 21st. Above ground pools starting at $11.99. 24-foot pools starting at $17.99. And you can get free upgrades on select pools that include pool filters, liners, and winter covers. Special 12-month financing